Hey guys, Sauce MMA here, and we have some really unexpected news. I really did not expect to see this today, but it got announced yesterday that Izzy's fighting Joe Piper in a fight night main event, and I have a lot to say about this. First of all, so first of all, I don't think this is the right fight for Izzy. I really thought they were gonna give him someone else in the top 7 or 8, but they gave him Joe Piper, who, as I'm aware of, I'm pretty sure he was just ranked of his after his last fight, which is pretty insane to me that is getting someone in the top 15 or like someone who's ranked number 15 that low. I'm not a fan of this matchup, honestly. I think Izzy should have gotten someone in like the top 7 or 8. I don't know why they gave him Joe Piper. Now what, like, here's where my rant comes in. I don't want to see Izzy lose this guy. Like, genuinely, if Izzy loses, he has to retire. Joe Piper is ranked number 15. If Izzy loses, he'll be ranked number 4. He'll be in the bottom 2 of the division. Like, I never knew I was a fan of Izzy this much, but like, I don't want to see Izzy lose this guy. And Joe Piper, and there's a chance he can win. I already see people online saying, dude, Izzy destroys him. Like, I'm picking Izzy to win, but I will not be surprised at all if Joe Piper just goes out there and just slams a right hand on his chin and knocks him out. Because Joe Piper has knockout power, and he submitted Abus Magomedov, but he's not like a crazy submission artist. But like, he's got the takedown threat. He could beat Izzy. He could very well win this fight. It's entirely possible. That's why I don't like this fight. Because I feel like if Izzy, I just don't want to see Izzy go out like this. Genuinely, because if he loses to this guy, it's over. It's over. And Joe Piper's gonna be in the. We're gonna be talking about Joe Piper getting a title shot, which it's not awful, but like, we have the top middleweight rankings right here. I would have much rather seen Izzy fight someone like Kyle Borralho, because that fight was rumored. I thought it was going to happen. Or even someone like DeRitter or Michael Page. But they're giving him Joe Piper, who's ranked number 15. And the matchmaking just weird. Like, there was some other fights announced. I'm going to talk about those later. But the matchmaking for the UFC, I feel like 2026, it's off to a terrible start. Genuinely, Patty versus Gaethje, they didn't deserve a title shot. Neither of them did. They were one fight away, but they didn't deserve a title shot. Nevertheless, an interim title shot, which is kind of insane. While Charles and Max are fighting for the BMF belt, they have better case to fight for the title than those two do. We also can't forget about the war crime that is Volk versus Jago too. That is just that's matchmaking at its absolute worst, honestly. And then with this too, I feel like Izzy should have gotten someone in the top 10. I feel like giving him Joe Piper is kind of insulting. Because if Izzy beats him, what does it prove? He can beat a guy who's ranked number 15. Cool. He can beat some. And I'm not saying Joe Piper sucks, because Joe Piper could win this fight. I think Joe Piper has some skill sets. Like in the Kevin Gastelum fight, he dropped him with that. Like, he's got power and he has takedowns and stuff. I think Joe Piper is a good fighter, but he needs to work his way up. I feel like if they're trying to fast track him to get a title shot. And the UFC, I feel like, needs to get their act together when it comes to this matchmaking, because I know Izzy wanted to fight Strickland for a rematch, but Strickland's already fighting Anthony Hernandez, so that wasn't going to happen. But with this, I was never a massive Izzy fan. At first, I was an Izzy hater. After the 3-fight losing streak, I feel bad for him genuinely, because Izzy. This can be a controversial take, but I really don't care. I have him above Anderson Silva as middleweight GOAT. That's a video. That's a whole different video. But nevertheless, I value Izzy's legacy and resume a lot. And if he loses to Joe Piper, oh my gosh, that'll be so bad. Imagine going out. You go from knocking out Alex Pereira cold to flatlining and beating all these contenders to losing to Joe Piper. Now, if Joe Piper goes on and becomes champ and gets a crazy win streak and stuff, that won't be too bad. But at the moment, I'm not a fan of this. I don't like this matchup for Izzy, and I'm worried for Izzy. I'm worried for Israel Adesanya for this fight. Joe Piper could very well beat him, very well could knock him out. It's possible. I see people saying, "Dude, Izzy's too good for that, man." Nasty and Mavov, he has quicker hands. Joe Piper lands that right hand clean. He follows up with a combination or takes Izzy down and he starts pounding his head in. Joe Piper could win the fight. I would not be surprised at all if Joe Piper won. But I just don't like this, honestly. I feel like they should have given Izzy a higher ranked opponent. Giving him Joe Piper, I think, is kind of stupid. I can't even lie. If this was Izzy from like 2022, like after he knocked out Alex, I'd say he destroys Joe Piper. But right now, after these 3 fights he's lost, I don't know. I really don't know. I'll be picking Izzy because like I think he just has a deeper bag. When Joe Piper beats him, I won't be surprised at all. I really won't. Yeah, I thought this matchup was pretty random, but Dana White announced Paulo Costa versus Azamat Murzakanov. I really don't know what Paulo Costa thinks he's doing. He's moving up the middle or the light heavyweight. He is a big middleweight. I think he'll do all right. But again, he's fighting a guy in the top 6. Why are we giving a guy in the top 6 Paulo Costa moving up from middleweight? Again, it's same with Izzy and Joe Piper. He beats him. What does it do? I think Azamat Murzakanov should be fighting someone like Khalil Roundtree or Magomed Ankalaev, someone in the top 5. Why is he fighting Paulo Costa, which I think he's going to get demolished, by the way, because Paulo Costa, I feel like at middleweight, he was doing pretty good. I feel like he could have gotten a decent little win streak together and potentially get in the top, maybe around 8 or 9 mark. But moving up to light heavyweight is just not the key. I don't know, like him and Robert Whittaker both want to move up to light heavyweight. Well, Paulo Costa already did, but Robert Whittaker wants to move up. Whittaker's not a big middleweight either. I think he's just desperate to try and get the belt back, which isn't going to happen at all. And this is a random. It just doesn't make any sense. I really don't get why we're giving Paulo Costa someone in the top 6. It just doesn't make any sense. It's an unnecessary weight movement, and I really don't like this for Paulo Costa. I think he gets flatlined really fast. And if he beats when Murzakanov beats him, what does it do? Who's he fight next? I mean, it's someone in the top 5 preferably, but they're probably gonna have him wait or something for a title shot. It's just annoying what the UFC doing with their matchmaking. Honestly, they need to fix this. Hopefully, in the later pay-per-views, we get some stuff. Like if I had to see something crazy, like imagine Gaethje gets the undisputed title if Ilya vacates, then we see Gaethje versus Charles Oliveira too. It wouldn't make any sense at all. And this matchmaking is just really goofy, to be honest. So I'm actually in the middle of editing the video right now, and I saw that Kayla Harrison actually pulled out of her fight against Amanda Nunes. So that's pretty surprising. Probably she got like some surgery in her neck, and she needs to recover. But I'm a little bummed out, honestly. This was actually like a women's MMA fight I was actually excited for. And I thought Kayla Harrison would have won, but it is what it is. People get injured. I'm not too upset about it. I don't know what they're going to do. If they're going to reschedule this or just get another fight for the co-main event. I've already seen a ton of memes about Volkanovski being a replacement. Like on the post where they announced that Kayla Harrison pulled out, all the comments were just Volk pictures, just Volk, and like Volkanovski short notice. It's just funny to me, but yeah, that's gonna be it for the video, guys. Make sure to like and subscribe, and yeah, have a nice day. Thanks for watching.